This is part 2 of the bunting video. And as you will see, as I was finishing the canvas, I used some black marker to connect the bunting triangles, but I didn't like the effect. At the time, this was frustrating. This happens a lot. So instead of scrapping the canvas and starting again, I'm going to talk you through what happened and how I found a solution. I'm about to put the black marker on the colourful canvas, and I don't like it. At this point, I'm only going to put a thin line, which probably would have been okay. This often happens when you're making something, that you do something to try it out, but it's kind of hard to undo it once you've done it. That little mark, that would have been fine. Yep. But I kept going. Anyway, yeah, here we go. I used a thick end and made it very thick. It's kind of hard to see from the video. It's much easier to see in real life. Anyway, I'll let you follow on for the rest of this, as I happily go through it and then see what has happened. Yeah, even now this thin pen doesn't look too bad. And then I do a second line of the thin one. Yeah, no. Okay, so I didn't like it. And it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with it. It just means I didn't like it and I'd like it to be different. Funny enough, I had kept mentioning in the first part about string. And so that's going to come up now. Now I'm going to doodle around the buttons to turn them into flowers. And I'm using the black marker to draw the stems. And I'm doing this just because I like drawing flowers. You don't have to do it. The buttons on their own would probably be enough. And I went on to the buttons because I wasn't pleased with the bunting. So instead of doing more with the bunting and making it even more difficult to change it, I went on to do something else, took my mind off it, played around with doodling on the buttons. And it's a useful thing to do because then you can come back fresh, having enjoyed doing something. And I do enjoy doodling flowers. Okay, having doodled with the buttons, I'm now ready to go back to the canvas. And here's the string. The string that I mentioned earlier and thought I wouldn't use, and now I'm going to use it because it's going to solve this problem. So I measure out the string, the amount of string I need for the little buntings, and then I put it into the PVA glue that has the water in it and stir it around with a glue brush so that it gets completely covered in glue. And then I fish it out. This is quite messy, but actually quite fun too. So when it's really wet, but not dripping, take it out and place it where the black marker was, along that line, and press it in. And when the glue dries, it'll stick to the canvas. Perfect. And it actually looks like bunting now. So I was very pleased with this fix. And to be honest, that's what creativity is about. It's not about getting everything right first time. It's almost about solving problems or challenges. I mean, this isn't really a problem. Here I am going to measure for the big bunting. And again, the same thing. Put it along the canvas, over the side, and cut it with the scissors. And then play with it in the pot of watered down PVA glue. Make sure it gets all covered in glue. Take it out. I don't know whether this looks like fun or not, but it is fun. It's nice to get messy. When you have an excuse. And so again, pressing it down on the canvas, and when it dries, it will stick on, glue on. You might have to put a little bit more glue on it, but I didn't. It worked out fine. Down over the side as well. So that's much better, and I can go back and play with the flowers now again. That's what I do next. So that's it, finished. Just to cut off the extra edges, the bits over the edge. But it's all done. And so I'll cut them off and take a picture and show you the finished canvas at the end. I also have to wait for the string to dry. It's still wet, so it's moving a little bit away from the canvas. But that should be fine. Well, it is fine. And here are the pictures and some other ideas, things you might like to do.